So what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the best loot spots in PUBG, because chances are if you're just starting out in PlayerUnknowns Battlegrounds, there's a good chance that you don't know where you're going to go to find weapons, maybe if you want to find a vehicle or just anything that you might need, where the best spot to get that is. So we're going to get into all that today, but if you guys end up enjoying the video, all I ask of you guys is to leave a like. That would be awesome. Subscribe if you are brand new. That would be sick as well. And without too much talking, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So in PlayerUnknowns Battlegrounds, there are a lot of different arenas or areas basically in the map of Erangel. There's more populated places such as the military base, the school, the hospital, Pochinki, that are a lot of big structures, popular areas to go to that a lot of people will jump off the plane and go for first. And then there's some other places like Gatka that aren't really as populated, but there's not as many structures there, and that also means that there's not a highest chance as for good loot there. So every single time you spawn into a game, you need to ask yourself, okay, well, which area do I want to go for? There's some high risk areas such as military base and school, but they're also very high reward. There's a good chance you can find a lot of great gear there, you know, level 3 helmets, any sort of AR you need, maybe a Kar 98. There's a good chance that you're going to find that stuff in those places, and a lower chance at the less populated places. So you can pretty much assume that as a general rule of thumb, the more populated a place looks, the more structures are around it, and like if there's a name of it on the map and a lot of people go there, then there's going to be some pretty high chances for loot there. That's obvious. But say that maybe you don't want to go for loot straight away, you aren't concerned with getting a gun, maybe you would like to get a vehicle, maybe you want to find a UAZ or a buggy or a bike to go, you know, in towards the circle, or to loot somewhere else that isn't quite as populated. So a player named ShatterNL on the Reddit made an absolutely amazing map of the entire overview of PUBG. Basically, he just took the entire map layout and marked out every single spot that exists where the best chances of loot and like the lowest chances of loot are. So it pretty much gives you a complete graph of what you're looking for here. So if you guys take a look at this, you can see that every single spot marked in red is going to be your highest chances of loot and finding gear. The yellow is going to be like medium chances, and then the blue is going to be low. And that pretty much follows the exact pattern that we were talking about, where the less populated areas are going to have lower chances for loot. And then you can even see by the purple spots where the best spot for vehicles are, and there's even, you know, best gun places. If you want to take a screenshot of this map and you know, study it a little bit, by all means go for it. I'm not sure how the picture quality is on this video, guys. I apologize. I have to use a new editing software for this video. It's a long story, I'll explain later, but I don't know if it's super clear. If you guys want to go look it up, you can do that as well for a more clear picture. But I've most definitely been studying this map, and that'll help you make decisions on where you're going to go based on each game, where the plane's coming in, and what you want to do with that. Now, of course, what you do have to keep in mind is that this is like person-made. This is made from a player. This isn't an actual statistically correct or developer-made map, but based on my personal experience and a lot of people who also play PUBG, some of the pros and things like that, I think would agree with this map where the, you know, the best chances of loot are going to spawn. But this is somewhat subjective, as I think that a few of these places on the map could be marked a bit differently. There's been some updates to the game that have changed the loot spawn, so there hasn't been an update for this map as of yet. But it's definitely something that you can go off of, and it will make sense, you know, and it pretty much follows the exact same rule that we were talking about. The more populated areas and, like, the bigger names, such as Pochinki, the military base, the Asana, the prison, and Milta Power, are all going to be super high chance of loot, but we also have to understand is that they're going to be contested by a lot of players. You're likely going to run into a lot of, you know, competition there as well for looting, so it's going to be one of those things where if you're new to PUBG and you're just starting out and you're not comfortable with dropping like school or military base in one of the bigger areas, consider going to either the low chance of loot areas where you're not going to run into too many people until you get set up, or maybe even the yellow. Like, those aren't really that bad at all. You can go to the medium probability for loot, and I think you should be just fine, especially if you're a beginner on the game, just trying to get your wheels. I would definitely recommend doing that. That's how I started. So guys, if the picture wasn't super clear in this video, again, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with this editing software, but you can go look it up on the internet. It's very, very easy to find if you want to study this map a bit more. It's definitely a really good place to start if you're new to PlayerUnknowns Battlegrounds, and then eventually you'll get to a point where you're just kind of, you understand where the good loot's going to spawn. You got that kind of as muscle memory, and then you can make a decision. You won't even have to really think about it. So that's going to be the video for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I just want to show you guys all the best loot spots in this game to sort of help you get your wheels if you're just starting out, and it's something that's definitely helped me out a ton and to understand the game more. So guys, that's gonna be it for the video for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and without further ado, guys, thank you for coming out once again, and I'll see you all up on the next video. Peace out.